your starters gave you any of these gaps?
Yeah, they were good. I mean, everybody played well today. We got off to a good start after the first possession. First two possessions, I think we turned it over the first two, and then after that, I think we go about 18 minutes or 17 minutes with one turnover. And we shot the ball fairly well, especially second half. But the starters were good, but I thought our bench was solid too. I thought everybody played pretty well.
Coach, I know Devontae just returned, but how does he make you guys different?
Well, he's a ball handler. You know, he's a true point. He can play with Frank. He can get in the lane. You know, he had 6 assists and no turnovers today. Got 6 rebounds, and you know he's dead tired. You know, his conditioning's not good at all, but it'll be better in a week. But I was real pleased with him, and hopefully he'll be pain-free tomorrow. Which if he is, that's a big step in a positive direction. But you can tell, at least I think I can, that regardless if he's scoring or not, that we're a totally different team from being able to slide our feet and do some things that we don't do near as well when he's not available to us.
Cliff hit a couple of baseline jumpers. Is that a developing weapon, something that...
Yeah, Cliff can shoot. Cliff's a good shooter. You know, he's not a, I don't think he's a three-point shooter or an 18-foot shooter yet. But no, Cliff inside of 16 feet, he's pretty good. He does that consistently all the time. But, you know, it was nice to see him make a couple. You know, he came out and made about a 15-footer early on and then was feeling it. And you know, only 2 shots. I think he missed his last shot and his first shot, but he made like 6 in a row in between. But the best shot he made was, you know, he'd been working on his jump hook, and it looks more natural as we're going.
You have to get more alley-oops and dunks and those easy baskets.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've always, believe it or not, the lob has always been part of our arsenal. I mean, we've always played to that. We train that. You know, if a guy gets above your level on a ball screen, we want to throw the ball up to the rim, and we haven't done that well at all this year. And for multiple reasons, we don't have as many guys that can go get it like we've had in the past. But certainly it was nice to get some easy baskets today. But they also played zone on out of bounds under, and so you know, play zone on out of bounds under. You know, some of our plays are designed to throw lobs against the zone. So.
Coach, you said yesterday that Devontae would play spot minutes. Did you expect him playing 19 minutes today after practice?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, 15. I don't know what the exact number is, but if it had been a tight game, he probably wouldn't have played that many. But since he was out there, we might as well go ahead and play him and let him get a little conditioning in there. And he was dead tired there at the end, as evidenced by his man driving around him like 3 times in a row for layups. But I thought he looked good. I thought he looked quick too.
A lot of the guys are talking about how much they enjoy watching the bench guys score. Do you enjoy that as much as they do?
Well, this isn't a knock to any of our guys, but I enjoy it quite a bit because that means we probably got a pretty good lead. But it was good that Christian made a basket. You know, that was his first as a collegian, and it was good that you know, Evan knocked one down. And so, yeah, I like seeing those guys do well. They work hard just like everybody else and don't really get much to show for it from a competitive standpoint, so that was good.
Have you ever referred to Tyler as Bonesaw?
Bonesaw?
That's his nickname on the pop-up video, he said.
Oh, I didn't know. No, Bonesaw is new to me. I've called him a lot of things. Bonesaw's not one of them. Over the years.
What do you think of Perry's outside shooting?
Oh, it's great. You know, I love the fact that he made threes. I love the fact that he shot them. But you know, the reality is, he's still got to get inside and get some easy baskets and do some things inside, which he's labored to do. But you know, at least he saw the lid come off the basket today, which is a big positive sign for us.
Hey, Bill, is there any more benign description of an injury than turf toe for how painful it is?
You'd have to ask the doctor.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
sprained toe, turf toe.
People don't sometimes equate it to an injury.
His was actually a very bad case of it. It was worse than turf toe. It was, you know, we met with the doctor right after he did it, and the doctor told me it's 50-50 if he can play again this year. So he said it's one of those deals that you know, if you have surgery, he'll be out 6 to 8 weeks, and there's no guarantee he can come back after surgery. If you let it heal on its own, he'll be out at least, you know, 6 weeks, and here he is playing at 4.5. So we've been, he's a fast, he said he'd get back, but certainly, I think he's a little ahead of schedule from what, even the doctor, thought initially. But then after he was checked 3 weeks in, he said, hey, he's a lot further along than I thought he'd be, so. He had a pretty significant injury, a lot worse than what a lot of people would think turf toe would be.
Is there some jeopardy of it resurfacing?
You'd have to ask the doctors, but the answer is, if you separate your shoulder, there's always a chance you could go back out and fall wrong and re-separate it. So I guess if somebody steps on it just right or something, there's always a chance of that occurring. But there would probably be an equal chance of that occurring if he'd never been hurt in the first place. So I mean, no, he's still at risk. The longer it goes, the better everyone feels about the risk reducing. But he's almost to that point where the doctors feel good, like it's still going to be sore, it can still bother him, but with the plate that he has in his foot to eliminate it bending a certain way, they feel pretty good about it.
Bill, heading into the season, you talked a lot about playing two little guards and being able to kind of have some of those guys out there together. Was today kind of how you envisioned it maybe working?
Well, we really, I tried to do that a little bit. I bet they only played together 3 or 4 minutes though, so I don't know exactly what it was, but today I didn't have a game plan saying, hey, let's look at combination. I wasn't doing it. I just wanted Devontae to get some minutes, and I wanted Brandon Green to get some minutes, and I wanted Speed to see the ball go in the hole. And fortunately, we were able to get all those things accomplished.
How'd you feel about the defensive end today?
I thought it was pretty good. They didn't shoot a good percentage, but I don't know if they missed some open looks. But I thought we were pretty active. We certainly got more steals, and that's probably a season high in steals. Maybe it's I don't know if it is, but it's got to be close. So I thought we were pretty active. I thought we did a pretty good job, but still yet. They still got the ball where they wanted to get it too often, and I think we can still improve a lot of things. But when you sub a lot and you're playing that many guys, I think there's a tendency to have some slippage, and I think that naturally occurs when you're playing a lot of guys like that.
Coach Terry said that this might be one of your guys' best games. Do you feel similar to that, or at least how big of a step forward do you feel like you made?
Well, I'll be honest. I thought we've been decent since Christmas. Thought that was a hell of a win at Baylor. To play that poorly the first half and play that good the second half was, that just showed me something when the guys changed it at halftime. And today was a nice win, but it's nothing to get giddy about. I think we're playing better than we were when we went to Philadelphia. But if you really go back and look at it and study it, we've had some pretty good wins since the Kentucky loss. I mean, we played really good in Orlando. Florida was a hell of a win, played unbelievable second half. Utah was a hell of a win, played a great first half, up 21 on a top 10 team. We just didn't close. So we've done some good things. We just laid an egg twice. But when we decide to play poorly, we can set like national records. And so it gives the appearance that we're actually not playing well at all. But when you look at it, we've actually done some pretty good things.
That's nice to be on the good side of the 32-point final.
Yeah.
Give us a little preview of Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I haven't really studied them, other than the fact that they're very athletic, and LeBron's having a great year. LeBron may be the early runner for preseason favorite for Player of the Year in the league, and Forte can drill it, and they got a point guard that got eligible that's as quick as anybody in the league, and getting Coggins back is a huge help because they got a guy that can protect the rim. So, yeah, they're going to be good. They're going to be good. I think they're one of the big surprise. I think them and Baylor, in my estimation, are the two biggest surprises in our league thus far.
Anything else?
Oh, sorry. Coach, do you feel like Perry has been in a little bit of a slump? And if so, what allowed him to kind of come back and get back on track tonight?
I don't think he's played very well of late. And Perry's a scorer, and sometimes scorers need to score the ball in order to play well. But he hasn't been aggressive. Even today, I didn't think he was as aggressive as he needs to be. But what I think, if you worry about the things that help you win games, not just not just your own offensive production, then you're going to play better. And I think today he was pretty much focused in on just playing as opposed to worrying about what he needed to do. Just worry about the team. But you know, he's been here 2.5 years, and he's gone through phases like this a lot. And all players go through this. And so it was good to see the lid come off, like I said earlier.
All right, Coach.
All right, guys.